Hey, real quick before we get started, just want to let you guys know I have replenished the pin shop, the Etsy shop in the description where I sell the enamel pins. I have both the Halloween theme pins, the Dark Ride pin, and the No Scares on Stairs pin, if you're interested in those. Also, by popular request, I brought back the Carpetbagger suitcase pin. So just to let you know, if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description of this video. Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the north. More specifically, we are in Rochester, New York, and even more specifically than that, we are in front of the Strong Museum of Play. And it is a museum of play. Play being something you do for fun. You include toys, video games, even playing with a stick is a form of play celebrated here at the Strong Museum of Play. Now, I visited here for the first time, I think it was the winter of 2022, and quickly became one of my favorite museums. It's an expansive museum full of toys, full of interesting things, really well done, an amazing museum here in Rochester, New York. But since then, they have undergone major renovations, and I have not been back since the renovations took place. This is actually, this whole front facade, this is all brand new here. So I'm very excited to see what they have added to the Strong Museum of Play. So please follow me. And I could be wrong, but I think this fountain is in the shape of a fidget spinner. All right, so where we enter here, this new ticket desk, all this is all shiny and new. Over here is the founder, Margaret Woodbury Strong. The reason it is called the Strong Museum of Play, said that she was a person who enjoyed playing and was a passionate collector of toys. Of course, the toy of the hour, Miss Barbie, very popular with the recent Barbie movie coming out. Of course, some of the classic Barbie and Ken dolls here. We'll head up these stairs, see what's up in this direction. Okay, and look at this. Looks like they've completely redone their video game section. It's called the video game exhibit called High Score, also containing the World Video Game Hall of Fame. And in this video game area, we have statues of some of the famous video game characters. There's Sonic the Hedgehog there, and a painting, an abstract painting of Chun-Li from Street Fighter. There is Miss Laura Croft. This is Master Chief from Halo. Painting of Crash Bandicoot. And then we have Link over here from Legend of Zelda. Interesting that Mario didn't make it here in this Hall of Characters. Look at this giant Donkey Kong arcade cabinet. See the controller right there. Hit the buttons. Unfortunately, these buttons are too big, so we'll have to use these miniature ones down here. All right. Oh, I need the hammer. I need the hammer. Oh. It is indeed hard to play with one hand while you're filming with the other. All right. Oh yeah, get the hammer there. There we go. It's hammering time. Yes. Oh, got me from behind. Oh, I spoke too soon. Mario is in here. Of course, you couldn't have a video game Hall of Fame or a video game exhibit without Mario. See all these video game artifacts here. This is the Atari. I remember my grandmother had this. I had the NES as a kid, but when I went to my grandma's, I would play the Atari, and it was a lot of fun. I would still go back and play it. And this is the Odyssey, the Magnavox Odyssey. I have not played the Odyssey. Here is The Last of Us. I know this is a very popular game and a very popular TV show as well. I've been trying to watch the TV show. I think I've made it about 3 episodes in. I was trying to get it watched before Halloween Horror Nights. So, because they're actually doing a Last of Us haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights. That it should be pretty cool. This is the sweater of Ralph Baer, who apparently, it says here, was the inventor of the first home video game console. This is the Odyssey. The Magnavox Odyssey was the first console. I did not know that. I was not aware of that. Also, he invented the Simon. Different game systems and controllers in here. It's the Xbox controller. I still remember this handheld football game. I remember back in the 80s that was everywhere. And this is interesting over here. This is the NES hands-free controller, where someone who's not have use of their hands can actually play video games by using the joystick with their mouth or blowing into that tube. This corner over here, they have the Indie Arcade. I guess these are independent video games. Let's see what they have. This is Trombone Champ, a trombone playing game. That's interesting. This game here is called Adulting. Well, this sounds fun. All right, so we're an adult. We gotta walk around, do some adult things. You want to go for a walk? Okay, so you try to take the dog for a walk, then you gotta look for your keys. E-file your tax returns? Okay. The website's not loading. You need to reset the Wi-Fi router in the common room. So, I just gotta pay my taxes online, but I gotta reset the router. I don't know. This is not very fun, but I think that may be the point here. Who's this person? Do you know where my keys are? Where did you leave them? Oh, this kid won't. And look, there's a button you can just press to swear if you get frustrated. It does nothing. Here is the family computer, so known as the Famicom, created by Nintendo. This is the Japanese version of the NES, and this is pretty much what saved the video game industry. Atari kind of tanked, and people were kind of turning away from video games, and this pretty much brought it back into people's homes. And yeah, today would look a lot different as far as video games are concerned if this didn't come along. Oh, this is interesting here. There are lots of places where you can play video games, but here in the center, you have different consoles, and up on the screens, you have these big screens corresponding. Street Fighter there, Mario there, Centipede, Sonic the Hedgehog. So you have the corresponding consoles that control the screen across from them. So if I want to play Street Fighter here, to get across from the big screen, I can play Street Fighter on on these controls here. I always would choose E Honda, the sumo wrestler. He's my favorite. There's a 100 hand slap. Oh, come on. Do the slap. There we go. I won. Here is a exhibit on women in games. Here we have Evelyn Seto. She's a graphic designer. See, she designed this Wonder Woman pinball layout here. But also, apparently one of her biggest contributions is she designed the Chuck E. Cheese token there. I know some people in my audience will appreciate that. Yeah, designed the original Chuck E. Cheese game token. Over here, this is a Nintendo system that's actually designed to be used by sick children. You could roll this into a hospital room and roll it over the hospital bed so the children can play. And over here, we have something less warm and cuddly. This is Death Race, one of the most controversial early video games. You actually, goal was to just run over people. And I know there was some controversy. I don't know how much of it was actually true, but there was rumors that people were replicating the game and trying to run people over in real life. I don't know if that's true. I think that's something that, you know, people get wound up about violent video games. So I think that might have been an urban legend. But here is a version of Death Race. We can actually play for ourselves and see just how wildly violent and inappropriate it really is. All right, I squished somebody. Just exhibit on society and video games. Talks about the military using video games to train. Here is Pokemon Go Fest. Oh man, I still play every once in a while Pokemon Go, but I just remember what a phenomenon it was when it came out. And I don't know, there's like this casing around the phone. I think it must be designed to be able to throw the Pokeballs better, like a way to modify your phone screen to optimize playing Pokemon. Talks here about the artistry that goes into actually making the physical video games. You can see the design there, the carving for a wood arcade cabinet. You can see the finished product right here, and I do agree that a lot of artistry goes, especially into the creation of like the arcade machines. I think some of them are really, really beautiful. You know, all these handheld style games. They're really popular once upon a time, and these are, you know, they have really cool designs. How they have like the custom design to help you play these sports games. Like this is like a fishing simulator shaped like the end of a fishing rod. Yeah, these little mini game systems actually have like little controllers that come out. So let's actually give the handheld football a try here. I don't think I've ever actually figured out how to play the actual game here. We'll see if we can do any better. Alright, there I go. I'm the red dot to the far left. And it looks like I just got tackled. See the giant old school TV there playing a game of tennis. So got our giant controller here. Let's play some tennis. Oh, okay. Oh, up. Oh, down. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm not doing well. You think this looks easy, but it's really incredibly hard. Oh, no. Oh, got one. Oh, no. Oh, man. Over here we have some of the earliest video games. You can see some of the inspiration behind video games, like these penny arcade machines. It's a strength tester. You pull up on that to show your strength. And of course, things such as this, where it's, you know, completely a physical game, such as pinball, that eventually morphed into video games. This is the first commercial video game called Computer Space. It's actually a coin-operated game. We put in 25 cents there, and I definitely love just the futuristic, you know, the sleek, futuristic look of that. I mentioned before that Atari had kind of a down period. A lot of people were calling it at the time the end of video games, the video game crash. And a lot of people blamed it on this game here, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, being such a bad game. And actually, Atari had made so many copies and it sold so poorly that they buried them out in the desert, which was apparently an urban legend for a long time, but people actually were able to track down the dump site and find where there was a mass amount of E.T. cartridges buried in the desert. Here's one that was retrieved from the deserts of New Mexico. So this is also a completely new exhibit, Level Up. It is a immersive video game experience. So let's go in there and try to figure things out. All right, over here is the Avatar Creation Station. So have to use our wristband here to create. All right, so we got to pick an avatar here. Be a triceratops, a donut, a clown, a cheeseburger head. Oh, let's go with a little alien here. Okay, we can change his pants. There we go. Those are good pants. Let's give him 4 arms. Not 4 arms, but 4 arms. I'll save him. All right, so this dog is telling us he wants us to cook something. It said steak, potato, and carrots. So let's get a steak right here. A steak, a potato, and oh, there's a carrot there. So we throw the carrot in. Let's cook it up. And there we go, a delicious pot pie. Here is a shooting gallery. We have some classic games in here. Involves shooting, or I guess in the case of NBA Jam, shooting hoops. So here's Alien Armageddon. You can scan in here. Uh-oh. I don't know, aliens. Ah! Oh no! He's scratching my face off. Alright, is there more? Oh, look at all those aliens up there. Ah! And this is interesting, but what about violence? It says some critics worry about gunplay, fearing that engaging in virtual combat prompts real-life mayhem. Research finds no connection between shooting a virtual weapon and causing actual violence. Turns out people are good at separating pretend from real. So, wow, in a museum right there. Here we can make a pixel portrait here. Let's see. Scan that band. Take your portrait, see what you look like in different retro video game styles. Pressure by taking the blue. Alright, so there is the Carpetbagger in low poly graphics. This is role play, but it's not like a role playing game like Final Fantasy. You actually have to roll this giant ball here. So let's get scanned in and we'll try the role play game. So I'm this fox here. I've got a ball. I've got to roll this real life ball to make this fox roll his ball. Woo! This is a workout. It's like much easier just to use a controller than to have to roll a giant rubber ball. Woo. Woo. Rolling up that hill. This is very tiring. Okay. Okay, oh yeah, it's all about rolling rocks up hills. All right, so I scan my wrist badge. There's my character there. And I see you have to go around this exhibit and completely fill in the periodic table here, the different aspects of video games. I've gotten a few of them. Man, you can definitely spend quite a while in this exhibit filling out your entire periodic table. And when you're done with this section, put your wristband in this box and use it as a way to vote. Who is your favorite, Mario or Sonic? Looks like Mario is winning there. And personally, just based on pure nostalgic reasons, I have much more nostalgia associated with Sonic. So I will have to give my vote to the hedgehog. Now, one thing I cannot reiterate enough is how massive this museum is. There's just halls and halls of exhibits, lots of toys, lots of interactive things, the dollhouse here, the dump truck, and just all these cases and cases of toys. See, these here are animatronic dolls. You can see the little doll there on the back of a chicken. What's interesting is it says cute or creepy. Clever mechanical figures fascinate us because they can move by themselves and act on their own, but can they seem too real and at the same time not quite real enough? That's literally, they're literally explaining the uncanny valley right there. Stop over here and say hello to some of my favorites. I think one of my most beloved toys as a child, the My Pet Monster. I was so excited. I remember receiving this as a gift as a child, and it was probably, to this day, the most excited I was to receive any particular gift. I remember sleeping in bed with the My Pet Monster. I just thought he was the coolest thing, and that just may, I don't know, looking back, may say something about me. I've always been obsessed with monsters and creatures. I remember my dad used to say that he would take me to the store to buy an action figure, and he said, I always pick the weirdest, strangest monster is the one I wanted. And the toy known for being as ingenious as it is dumb, the pet rock. Literally, it was a rock in a box, and someone made millions off this. You can see some of the different hand puppets here, and the classic sock monkey. But one of the strangest toys ever conceived of, ever made, was the Billiken. You know, when they created the Billiken, they thought that it would be the new teddy bear. Unfortunately, it was not. Look at me, I'm Toy of the Year. Who would buy a Carpetbagger action figure? Leave a comment in the comment section. And here is a testament to just how big this museum is. Here is another section dedicated to video games. Now, when they saw that they had created a new video game section, I would have assumed they replaced the old one, but they just built another. There's still their classic video game exhibit in here. Have some of the same things, such as the computer space game. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. They create the two brand new video game exhibits, but still leave up their original. So you can definitely get your fill here of video games at the Strong Museum of Play. Pikachu over here with some classic arcade machines. Here's the board game section. All the different classic board games such as Axis and Allies, Mall Madness. Some of my favorites from my childhood, of course, Hungry Hippos, We never kept score. We really just liked eating marbles with hippopotamuses. And Operation, a game which I don't think I ever got a piece out of the board without actually setting off the alarm. Here we have card games, and I definitely like that they included a tableau of squirrels playing cards in their card game section. Here we enter the Toy Hall of Fame, where individual objects of play are actually inducted into the Hall of Fame. And let's see who was inducted in the Hall of Fame last year in 2022. Masters of the Universe, the He-Man franchise inducted into the Toy Hall of Fame. A very deserving induction, if you ask me. See He-Man and Skeletor there. And this is what my dad was talking about when he said I liked the monstrous action figures. I loved these the bad guys here. There's Stinkor. He smelled really bad. Actually, you know, he's a skunk, but the figure was actually scented to smell really gross. And oh man, I don't remember this guy. I know I had this guy, but I can't remember his name now. He's a big fuzzy monster. Also inducted into the 2022 Toy Hall of Fame, the Top, a classic toy dating back to who knows when. See all the different styles of spinning top. Definitely long overdue to be in the Toy Hall of Fame. And the Light Bright, the final inductee into the 2022 Hall of Fame. I definitely remember having these as a kid. They were a lot of fun. You put like the piece of paper in, it tells you where to put the different colors, and then you create a wonderful masterpiece. Although the parents hate it because those little Light Bright plastic pegs get everywhere in the house. The giant Etch-a-Sketch here says, take a seat and let the Etch-a-Sketch draw your portrait. And there we go, there's me in Etch-a-Sketch form. Over here, this giant Mr. Potato Head. You can actually control him. Let's see if we can. There we go. Get his arm twisting there. So, what's your question? Get an answer. All right, is this gonna be a good haunt season? Let me know. Let's see. Oh, yes, definitely. Awesome. I'll cut through Reading Adventureland here. I have the dragon ship over here. But one of my favorite things in the whole museum here is the giant. You actually can control the giant with these levers here. Oh, yeah, you see that lever? It's his arm and his mouth open. We have this other lever here. And then you can actually talk into here and it'll come out the giant's mouth.
Hey you all, Giant here, coming to you live from Rochester, New York, more specifically, the Strong Museum of Play.
A little bridge here in the center of the room, and you know what bridges mean. Hiding under every bridge, there are trolls. And look at this friendly troll over here. Here we have the Berenstain Bears. Yes, it is Berenstain. I thought, just like everyone else, I always thought it was Berenstein, but I don't know. Just every human on the planet was wrong. Here we have the mother of the Berenstain Bears, and there is the Berenstain Bear children. And back here is the father of the Berenstain Bear Clan. And here's the Hasbro board game place. Keep in mind, the second board game exhibit we have come across so far in this museum. One of the proudest moments of my childhood was winning a game of Candyland against the entire family. I beat everyone in my family and won a game of Candyland. Later, going back as an adult, I realized there's absolutely no skill in Candyland. You roll a dice and you go, and there's no decisions to be made in addition to that. So pretty much Candyland is the board game equivalent of flipping a coin. I really loved the game of life when I was a kid, but then when I grew up, I found out the real version wasn't so fun. We'll exhibit on Magic the Gathering. Now, I played Magic the Gathering when I was a kid. I occasionally play it now online, but these are the 9 most valuable cards. These were the most valuable when I played in the 90s. So I'm thinking these must be replicas, because if these were real cards, this would be like probably like $10,000 just right here. There's a giant game of chutes and ladders up here on the wall. Oh, a chute. Why won't life give me ladders? Okay, and here's a big exciting addition to the Strong Museum of Play, the Hasbro Game Park, out through this exit here, where we have giant versions of different games. We got Mr. Potato Head here greeting us to the game park. Look at this, the giant Dungeons and Dragons out there. It says, touch lightly when lit to awake the Tiamat. So it's like a D20 dice here. Oh, what's happening? What's gonna happen here? Oh, look at that. That dragon there is spewing out mist. All right, so I think the red dragon in the middle, I think he's supposed to shoot fire, but maybe he is out of fire today. Okay, so the red dragon is supposed to shoot fire. It says that I talked to an employee. They said it is on a 15-minute timer, so it can only shoot fire every 15 minutes. However, they said that it can be touchy as well, so it's not guaranteed to shoot every 15 minutes. Maybe we will check back and see if we can in a little bit and see if we can get him to shoot some fire. Yeah, this is really amazing out here. See the Scrabble tiles. You see the Trivial Pursuit wheel there, used as a planter. Got the little pieces of the pie that you put in when you answer the correct questions. And touch the. Let's see, do we get some fire? Are we gonna get some fire there? No fire. All right, got a Trivial Pursuit piece here, and here's a card that I do love Trivial Pursuit. So let's see how we can do here. I'm just gonna see if I can answer these, and then it says you can scan for the answer. So, what was Mount McKinley officially renamed to in 2015? It was changed to Denali. Say, what song by K-pop artist Psy spawned a music video that received over 3.5 billion views? That's got to be Gangnam Style. It says, what historic Paris landmark was devastated by a shocking fire? It was a church. Is it the Basilica? The Basilica? Is that a thing? What two-part play, the 8th official story in a magical series, premiered in London in 2016 and set Broadway records? Is that Harry Potter? It's Harry Potter. Harry Potter. What animal native to China was changed from endangered to vulnerable on the red list of threatened species in 2016? Are we gonna go with the panda there? And then flipping what common object and laying it upright became a playground and internet sensation in 2016? I'd say a water bottle. So those are my guesses. I'm going to scan for the answers here, and we'll find out how I did. Okay, so for Mount McKinley, it was named Denali. I was right on that one. Pink, yeah, it was Gangnam Style. That was easy. What historic Paris landmark was devastated by a shocking fire? It was the Notre Dame Cathedral. I knew it was a church, I just forgot the name, so got that one wrong. The play was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I knew it was Harry Potter, didn't know the full name. Green, it was the panda. I'm glad to hear the panda is not endangered anymore. And orange was the water bottle, the flipping water bottle challenge. So I think I did pretty good. No fire. Let me out. My only crime was massive real estate fraud.
Look who's here.
Here's a massive Scottish Terrier from Monopoly. I always choose the top hat. That is my piece of choice. And there's a green Monopoly house. And over here we have Monopoly Hotel. You can actually walk through. All right, taking this car to the most glamorous city on earth, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Again, you see just the spilled Jenga blocks over here. See the tower has come crashing down. Walk through the peppermint forest of Candyland here. A giant Simon here. Let's see if we can. Oh, the yellow. All right, so yellow, red, yellow, red, blue. Yellow, red, blue. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. See the flame? It lives. The Tiamat lives. It's life. Here is a little exhibit on Lotteria. This is a Mexican game. It says it's similar to bingo in some ways. I love the designs of these. I think I'd showed the designs of these cards in some of my videos. I think I mistakenly thought they were a form of tarot card, but it's actually a Mexican game, Lotteria. And I absolutely love this. The US of play. They have all the different states, different items of play from all the 50 states. Let's get a closer look here. Oh, I just noticed here, Wisconsin, they have the cheesehead hat, classic Wisconsin item of play there. Up in Vermont, you have a Build-A-Bear holding some Ben & Jerry's ice cream. For some reason in Arkansas, just have a giant rubber fish. It's a saddle for Texas. Oh, a saxophone for Louisiana. Have the jazz music there. New Mexico, you have the Roswell, the alien themed toys, and this looks like Heisenberg's RV there. Although that's in Arizona, I guess it was supposed to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Then up there in Washington, you've got a plushy Sasquatch. Oh, and you can't forget Florida. You got the classic Disney World Mickey Mouse ears. We have the Sesame Street section here. Outside we have the statue of the Count, the vampire that is obsessed with counting things. And this is really cool over here. You see like a stoop, like the characters would sit on. That's Oscar's trash can, but it looks like he's gone fishing, so Oscar is not here with us. But look who is. We have Big Bird there poking out of the window. Oh, check this out. We have a Mr. Potato Head building station here. Let's build us a potato. Some ears there. Just realized I didn't get any hands.
Oh my goodness.
Got the arms there.
Let's take a Mr. Potato. Okay. Let's take some.
And
take this.
of course he needs some glasses.
Do you want him to wear these bottoms or these bottoms?
Glasses there. And I couldn't find a good hat. Looks like my hat. So this was the closest thing. So, and he doesn't wear shirts. Mr. Potato Head doesn't wear shirts. So that's my best interpretation of a carpet-tato there. Over here looks like we have a little miniature mystery house that we can pass through. Have a Ouija board here, a toy that allows you to speak with the spirits of the dead and demons. It's actually the name Ouija is actually trademarked. The trademark is held by the Hasbro company. So if you see off-brand Ouija boards, they're usually just called talking boards. And of course, the Magic 8 Ball, another mystical toy that dabbles in black magic. There's a magic section here. Here's a magic kit. Always wanted to be a magician when I was a kid. I just wasn't very good at tricks. I don't think I entirely understood that tricks were tricks. I thought that you actually had to have magical powers to do magic tricks. So I was never able to learn any. As here we got the king from Burger King. Apparently this is actually a magical toy. It says he can do a magic scarf trick. Guys, he's got those scarves there in his hand. All the different magic card tricks here. And look at that. They pet ghost. The little ghost there poking out of the top of the box. You see the little tiny Jack-in-the-Box here. And actually a giant, massive, human-sized Jack-in-the-Box as well. And here you can actually create your own sea creature and scan it into the system, and then your sea creature can swim in this aquarium with the other sea creatures. You can make a fish, but I think today we will make a jellyfish. Give him some glasses, some Crocs for his tentacles there. All right, now let's add the carpet jellyfish to the aquarium. So I place it face down and scan it. Oh, there he is. Just came to life. He went in that tube, and there he is. He has joined his friends here in the tank. Look at him swim along there. Aw. Have a good time. Have a good time in there with your friends, Carpet Jelly. And here in the museum's food court, you have this old-fashioned silver diner here. There's actually a ropes course above the diner where you can crawl around and swing on the side of that building there. And of course, Western New York, a huge producer of carousels. Here's an authentic Alan Herschel carousel here in the food court. There's something here called the Lover's Tub. So thank you for joining me here today at the Strong Museum of Play here in Rochester, New York. And I'm really impressed by the new added stuff, the new video game extensions, as well as the really amazing garden with the giant board games. I think it's all very amazing, and somehow they did it without getting rid of anything. Going to all these museums and attractions, I've kind of learned to accept that when something new comes along, you have to sacrifice something else. If a museum's going to add a new exhibit, they got to take one of the old exhibits away. Apparently no one told the Strong that, because they were like, let's just build more. They just built on more exhibits. Like I said, they had a video game section. They left that section the way it was and just built another one. Why not? I love it here, and love that philosophy. And yeah, this is just a huge museum. I couldn't go in depth and show every little bit, because literally I could make this video 3 or 4 hours long, featuring every toy, everything. But I hope I did a good job of showing you guys some of the new stuff here at the Strong. Of course, I probably will come back here as they have traveling exhibits and maybe some more expansions. But yeah, definitely a top tier museum, the Strong Museum of Play. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you do like these videos, please subscribe. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun random stuff. If you'd like to support the channel, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling enamel pins in the Etsy shop. If you're interested in that, check the description of this video. Also doing cameos, personalized messages for any occasion, really. If you're interested in that, again, in the description. And of course, all that helps keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.